seen, because I'm not sure it's being seen, came up with where I perceive, which, as you know, Academatics was a platform which was had the late wonderful Ellen Ezekiel as a publisher. So clearly, it was less of a formal news-based grounding and more of, I won't say soft sell, because it was a bit of a mix. But what was kind of interesting was the way that the Prince morphed himself across several news genre, from music and entertainment across to politics, which obviously was his forte, and indeed economics and business. And the way they conducted this interview skillfully was it should be a masterclass. And the travels from OIC to the guided actually press freedom and several other issues was simply a masterclass, and we published the whole interview. And secondly, obviously, the next being who wants, the heading is Who Wants David West, which is fairly sensational. But when we go down into the depth of it, it's an interview with Professor Tam David West, which really is one of the most in-depth interviews with the enigma, with the intellectual enigma that was Professor Tam David West. And the last being an interview with the then Minister of Finance, Dr. Carlo Ikakalo, on the vagaries of the then topical structural adjustment program. I think these really are museum pieces, not just for historians, but also obviously for journalists in the methods and indeed the content. And now we go on to the next period, which is the Hallmark and National Mirror years. And we've curated a vast tranche of his writings and editorial commentary from in this publication, which really was the article, as we all are aware, were his babies. Obviously, National Mirror was after the acquisition of Hallmark newspaper by Mr. Jimo Ibrahim, that was a change. The publisher and editor-in-chief to anyone, and ranging from articles where he extolled the virtues of Prince Bola Ige and urged him to join the cabinet of the then President Obasanjo as far back as March 1999, to his very frank views on the Biafran agitation of the time, and indeed the Biafran struggle. Even though he was a very proud Igbo man with very strong defined views, but he had no compunctions about stating his piece, stating his case.
Thank you very much, sir. You have just 2 more minutes, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm about to conclude. So, even though you might have been unhappy with what he said,
yes, he cherished books, he cherished education and excellence. He was an astute journalist, author,